Morning, bro.
Morning, bro. So what we're doing here is it's our first run with a new boat, and it's a 4-stroke. Won't need a lot of charge to kick it over, but it will need a little bit of throttle. So you lift that up, you drop your motor about 2/3 of the way into the water, click, push it in like they tell you in the book, start straight away. I can see the telltale, and that's a little water spout spurting out the back there. If that's going at the rate of the Niagara Falls, it means your impeller's working and your boat motor should not cook and get overheated. And we're ready to go. All aboard. I'm with my mate Sean, and we're heading off a secret spot. Well, it's not that secret, but it's off the Adelaide Metro coast in South Australia. It's a beautiful balmy morning. We've just got the boat in the water, as you saw, and it's calm as calm can be. I mean, it's just incredible. Have a look at it. We're just a couple of minutes offshore, maybe 2 k's out, and we've found a big green sandy hole amongst the tapeweed, the ribbonweed, and Sean's just spotted a small school of gar. So we're going to try for both, the surface feeding fish, which is gar of course, long toms are called in some parts of the country, and then we'll try for a couple of King George whiting off the bottom. Today's tide's not all that good, and you tend to need good tides for whiting. It's less than a metre, but the white sandy bottom looks really good, and the visibility makes it easy to see the base. After I've chucked the anchor in, I tend to back the boat with the tide, just to get the rope out and away from the boat and get the anchor chain straight. And then when you bring it in on the shackle here on the bollard, I'll wrap it around the rope, around the bollard a couple of times, and then what I do is a little half loop over there like that, and that will hold the anchor against strong tides and winds. And if it's really rough weather you can do too. And that won't come off, and that'll sit there all day if you need it. It's very simple. Then if you've got to get up and go, you just flick them off like that, pull it up, and you're gone.
You're on. You're done.
Bloody mackerel. Boat works.
Let's have a look.
Little green mackerel. Put him back.
Back to the drawing board.
There's a gar on the bottom.
Whoa! Hey, that's a nice gar.
Yeah, a couple of good gar here, mate.
Jeez, double header. You're out of control.
Snap doozer. There you go, fellas.
Look at that.
Adelaide Metro.
Jeez.
Oh, mate, you and I got something to eat tonight.
Gosh. Into a bucket of hello water. Again, Greg. Again.
Not a huge one. Might check the measurement on this.
Yeah. Is there a trick to snagging them, Greg? You seem to catch them all the time. How do you do
I love it.
that?
It's my favourite fish. Basically, with a gar, you don't measure him from the beak, you measure him from the tip of his top part.
Yeah.
And he's fine. He's well over, he's an inch over, so that's good.
Ripper.
So there we go.
Yep.
Bloody mackerel. Sean's just fallen overboard. So actually I pushed him. I grabbed his rod and look what he's caught. Well done, Sean.
Hey!
It's a nice King George off Adelaide Metro.
We just caught one before then. Actually, I caught my, brought in my first fish for the day.
Sean's over his glider.
Yeah, it's 2 fish. We may have just come onto a school of King George.
Yeah, and they're on the bottom hook with a red little floating tag and cockles. Have a look at this, mate. This is something you don't see a lot of. A little munga chunga squid.
On a garfish line.
On a gar line. He's a freeloader, he's not very big. Little southern calamari. And he's taken the lot. Not very big. Aren't they beautiful? 3 hearts, these little fellas. 3 hearts. Jet propulsion. I'll let him go. They've got a blood. Their blood is like a cyan blend of copper. That's why they go that greeny brown colour when they're caught. Ah, chuck the little fella back.
Hey! Hey!
Squid on a gar line, shit on my face.
Ah, dear.
Anyway, bit of fun.
Want to go again, Greg?
Yeah, nice gar, mate. Thank you for swinging around about. Nice and firmly, a bit slippery. There you go.
Beauty.
Nice southern gar.
Yummy, yummy.
Just wash the bigger scales off him in the water. And helps. I'm going to put them in a hessian bag, which is wet, and keeps them very cool.
Wow. Yo. What's he got? Oh yeah. Right in the gut.
Thought I'd never caught my last fish, mate.
Looks like
It's been a bit quiet for an hour, 45 minutes. He's a sizer. I'll just double check him. Yeah, he's plenty size. Well, here we are. Sean and I have had a great few hours out on the water. Adelaide, South Australia, Metro coast. We've got a lovely feed of garfish, and we've had a ripper day. But the swell, the chop, is up a bit. Got my collar all done up, and I'm ready to go. We got a good handful of King George whiting, and that mostly Sean's. And then we
shucks.
then we had good steady gar, pretty much all except that last half an hour or so. Then they're right at the end where we're ready to go. A few more came on the white. See you next week. Thanks for the fish. We're back on land. We had a good run in, a bit choppy, but it's good. We've got some lovely fish. I'm just securing things for the ride home. It's not a long trip. If it was a long trip, I'd add a lot more, but basically secure the anchor, and I'll tie that on in a moment. I also use D-shackles. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these in a car accident with a boat being towed. It's not pretty, to put it frank. Shit goes everywhere, and these things flying through the air, are really dangerous. So double check everything. Make sure your little R pin is back in there. Double check everything. It's a small thing to do, but it's worth it, believe me. Double check the cable is tight. I tightened that with wires. The shackle. You can use rope or these cables which you buy from a hardware store. Just a couple that I put on that runs the back of the boat, the stern of the boat, to the trailer. Short trips, a lot of people don't worry, but I don't leave anything to chance. So I've got one each side on the rail, on the handrail. Double check we've chopped the motor, which is important because and we're ready to go. So go back now and clean the fish. Cheers.
Greg's left me with a very nice little selection for dinner here. This is just divvied it up, and look at that. Beautiful. Did not expect to get onto some nice gar like that.
being with us. Tight lines.